On this episode of destroying R L Stein's Fear Street series, we have the most dramatic summer camp ever. We have the axes, we have some Chris Hansen Worthy moments, and we have a whole lot of conspiracy theories. Everything you love about R L Stine turned into high-quality Netflix-produced Housewife special. What's not to love? So, this cinematic masterpiece starts by recapping the first part of this trilogy, Fear Street Part 1, which you can watch if you click at the top of the screen. But, as you probably know, the most toxic girlfriend of all time, Dina, decides to bring her girlfriend, Sam, all tied up to a random person's apartment because that's a healthy relationship. They have to tie her up because of some pre-Reddit conspiracy where an evil witch is possessing Sam so that she'll kill everything. So what would you do? A. Run away and break up with her. B. Call the police and break up with her. Or C. Bring her to a random lady's apartment and tie her up in her bathroom. If you picked A or B, congratulations, you have common sense. However, if you picked C, congratulations, you are officially a Netflix NPC. So instead of kicking out those Netflix NPCs, the lady who lives in the apartment decides to tell a story about her life at summer camp. The mean girls at summer camp thought she was a witch, so they tied her up and burned her with a lighter. I mean, you can call this exposition fiery. Almost as fiery as a Taco Bell toilet. However, when your film relies on summer camp drama, it becomes kinda boring. So the nurse tries to make it more interesting by spreading rumors about the witch. The camp nurse at a summer camp is like the ultimate housewife, and they go off into the woods with a bunch of kids and spread all the gossip. So, Billy Joe is dating Bianca, Mikey pees his pants, and the witch turns my daughter into a serial killer. But the thing with camp nurses, sometimes they take the gossip a little bit too seriously and pull a knife to try and kill a counselor named Tommy. Being trapped at a summer camp will make any adult attempt murder. But you know, who cares about the attempted murder? Nick is about to be a cop and a color war is about to begin. For those of you who don't have the PTSD of having to compete in a color war, it's like getting drafted to go to a war that only one 17-year-old counselor named Kurt cares about. At the same time, everyone else wants to go home. However, the counselors have a better idea. They read the diaries from the camp nurse, which says to go to the cave to discover the evil witch. So a whole gaggle of counselors, I don't know the name of, decide to venture off, leaving the children to supervise themselves during this game. What could possibly go wrong? It's the 70s and child safety wasn't invented yet. So then they go off and venture into a cave where names of all people who are possessed by the witch turn into a serial killer. I was really hoping to see the names like really cool celebrities on the list. Like just imagine seeing Oprah Winfrey's name carved into a wall. And now she's a mass murderer. You get an axe to the head, and you get a brand new car over your dead body. That would be an actually good movie. Instead, it was some counselor named Tommy, the guy the nurse tried to murder earlier in the film. While all this was happening, Counselor Nick and Camper Ziggy decided to do some camper-counselor bonding by convincing some girl that her boyfriend is gonna do some non-YouTube friendly activity. Instead, they trapped her in the bathroom, and all those bugs flew all over her. And you want to know the natural reaction after you do something like that? Make out. Uh-oh, it's Chris Hansen. What is going on? Apparently, if you make out with a camper as a counselor, the deity of Chris Hansen will just appear out of nowhere and put you on the TV show To Catch a Predator. Time for another question. What's going to happen to Nick? Is it A, get arrested for being a creep? B, get murdered for being a creep, or C, become a police officer tasked with protecting people? You'll have to wait until the end of the video to find the answer. As Nick survives this round, this random kid named Jeremy is murdered by the psycho counselor Tommy. After the makeout, another nameless counselor remembers his job and calls off the game, and everyone is so scared because this counselor has gone mad and forgot to buy his costume from Spirit Halloween. If you're going to murder someone, you have to do it in a Spirit Halloween costume. The costume department in Part 1 was so much better. This is a disclaimer from Chris Hansen. Please don't murder anyone. Murder is bad. Instead of describing all the boring death scenes, I will just put a copyright-free clip of a cat chasing a mouse because that's all that is happening. I will get you. I have an axe and a bloody face. Oh no, please don't kill me. I'm just a little kid who doesn't want to die. But the thing with cats holding an axe is they aren't very good, so they call backup. Apparently, according to the conspiracy theory, if you tried to dig up the witch's body and bury it with the hand of a witch, the angry witch followers from Spirit Halloween will try and kill you. See? They got the memo about how to kill people. Good job, guys. So what happens is that Ziggy and Ziggy's counselor's sister both end up dead. Apparently, Ziggy's sister has a character arc, but it was so dull that I'd rather watch the copyright-free version of Tom and Jerry again. However, when Nick was poised with this unique philosophical question, will you save your fellow counselor, battle buddy, colleague, or camper you made out with? Whose life is more important? Yeah, Nick really enjoyed doing that CPR. I've never seen a dude more interested in CPR than in this same story. However, this weird storytime thing is over. Storytime is over, and now we're returning to the present of the 1990s. Sam is still trapped in the bathroom, and all these people are still obsessed with the conspiracy theory. Since Dina and Josh found the witch's body in part 1, the curse will be broken if they can reunite it with a hand. At least that's what they think, because of this conspiracy theory. These people really need to touch some grass. So they go to the mall with a tree in it, then go into the ground and dig out the hand, with the plan to reunite it with a body. Now it's throwback time to earlier in the video when I asked you what happened to Nick after making out with a camper. If you guessed C, you'd be right, because he's now a sheriff. Chris Hansen, what are you doing? You're supposed to be protecting us from this. Then Dina puts the hand of the witch next to the dead body, which then transports them to the land of the Quakers in the year 1666. I don't even know at this point. The only thing I do know is that R L Stine is rolling in his grave, and the best part is that he's still alive. He's controlled by the corporate Spirit Halloween-wearing witches who run Netflix. If you like this video, comment below what movie you'd want us to do next. I beg of you, please pick a good movie with an entertaining plot. I don't want to watch any more Reddit housewife summer camp Chris Hansen fan fiction. Let me review something entertaining, like watching paint dry or the copyright-free cat and mouse video. Thanks. Bye.